Hello everyone, every no one. This is Nate. We will be getting started in a sec. XPlane 12, Miami to Houston, so we can look at the World Baseball Classic stadiums, or at least fly over them, and talk about some baseball today. And talk about aviation. Anyway, see you in 5-10 minutes. Hello again. Nate, welcome to my Twitch stream and YouTube channel, where I fly around and try and improve the flight simulator. Why I record these flights so I can see what I do wrong and right, and helps me have a better time. And today, doing a little baseball themed. I'm on vacation, there's baseball on all weekend, I'm going to Europe, it's going to be a great month. So I'm enjoying some flight sim. And like Stu says, alright. That is Sad Pilot by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. All music, courtesy, and happily being shared by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. And yeah, so today we are in Miami, my hometown, in fact. Runway looks a little wet. There's Miami International, terrible airport. But one World Baseball Classic game is here today. Korea versus Dominican Republic, which should be a good one. So we will do a flyby of Lone Depot Stadium in Hialeah. The old site of the Orange Bowl that I've also spent many a year at with my family. And today I am going to Houston because that's where the US and Canada are playing later. But in any case, thanks for joining me. I'm in XPlane 12. This is the Toliss A319. This is part of my Airbus series. I'm trying to learn how to fly these Airbuses a little bit better. And I've really been enjoying this little guy here. And so that's what we will be doing today. So thanks for coming along, and let's get going. So I am in this aircraft and I'm going to do some of the setup. I've done some things up here so far. I skip over some things. Everything looking good. Okay. I have not set up our flight computer yet, but just to show you what we're up to, here we are in, sort of north-ish. Well, I guess not North Miami, but to me it is because I lived in South Miami. Anyway, here we are smack dab in the middle of Miami, and the stadium is right about here. And so we'll be doing this takeoff today, and so we'll get a little, I can even do a little jog over the water and the Miami River, and we can take a quick look. And then we are simply flying out over the Gulf of Mexico, the Mexican-American Gulf, to Houston. I kind of wanted to go up the coast and over, but I don't think I have quite enough time today for that. So, but in Houston, I want to do a loop around Houston and look at the stadium there as well. And so that's the idea today. It's about 2.5 hours, I think, the flight. So I got some GIZZ that we can listen to. Got all kinds of stuff today. But let's go through our basics today. So we are in Miami. And today our weather is a little windy, but it'll be headwind. We can see a little bit, but we got some scattered clouds, overcast, etc. 26 degrees, but the QNH 3004. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up here. 30. Use my peripherals outside here. I haven't been doing my other stuff with the cams, which was actually really helpful when I started this because it was helping me see what I was screwing up, but like manually screwing up, which is actually something important for me at this stage. So yeah. Ooh, put that down. But let's go ahead. I want to get the flight computer all set up here, and we can do that. So what are we today? So let's go to our initialization. We are heading from Kilo Mike India Alpha Miami to Houston. I think it's George Bush Airport. Old George Bush Senior. To what is it? India Alpha Hotel. Got it. It's got our routing. Insert. Let me see something. I only just barely hear the I love the Toliss sounds. Everything's up. Oh well. Today, let's align IRS. GPS primary. We're American. Alpha Lima 4622. And the cost index today, which has to do with fuel, should be low, given things. And our cruise is 380 today. And it is how cold up there. At our top of climb is minus. Okay. So I can also go ahead. I might as well just do our wind request. Cool. Turn. And let's do our, oh, you know, I realized I haven't done some stuff. I usually do this all first. But while we're here, let's go in the EFB, go to the weight and balance. I did not set this stuff up. My bad. The boring stuff. So our fuel is block fuel 17 and 6. We have number of passengers is X90. Not many. No one's flying today. Okay. So let's check zero fuel weight. Looks right bang on ish. So let's go here and go to fuel just to check. I think I have to actually call it in. All right, request fuel. I never know what the deal is in this add-on. All right, request refuel. That's kind of a pain in the ass. Blah, 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 blah. Passengers, we said 90. That did something. We'll see what our actual weight is. Load, unload packs. And we're loaded. Let's see. Yeah. Oh no, no passenger. So I think we're all right. If not, we'll be a very light ferry flight. All right, cool. So there's that. Let's go ahead and go back into our flight computer here. Do the other part of the init page. So our zero fuel weight today is 1009.8. And our block fuel we said was 17.5. We have, I'll just put the 17.5 even though we're gonna be getting 17 and a little extra change. I Alright, takeoff weight. A little heavier than expected, but all good. In the computer. So the next thing we will do is our flight plan, and here we are leaving Miami. We'll click that and click departure, and we are taking off today. And I'll also show you this by way of maps. So we are parked like D26 somewhere here, so we'll be pushing back, and our runway today is 8 right. So here is 8 right. And we are taking the GIZZ for our nav. And the transition was bags. Transition bags. Insert temporary, cool, and now let's also input our arrival information. So we are expecting 26 right. We'll plug in the ILS. I'm actually going to go, well, I want a star, which was the, what we got there? Link. There it is, the Link 1, via Lev. Udi Zappo. Oh, via. What am I? So, that's not the transition. I'm actually going to do no via because I kind of want to fly around. I didn't pick. Here's the transition. Left. There we go. Mainly doing that since, and here we can look at our flight plan here. Go to plan. We are. So you can see kind of what we're up to today. I will be, and we'll review this in a sec too. We'll be, oh, wrong way. Up means down, down means up. And Airbus compared to the Boeing. So Gator, Rutledge, and I should check this against. So here we are. We're going to be, let's do our little briefing here. We'll be pushing back. Let's call it on, I don't know what the actual thing is here, but we'll push back, and then we'll just take Mike all the way. Though we could plan for the Mike 2. Why don't we do that? We'll do the Mike 2 intersection. Because we're a little guy and that's plenty of room, so we should be able to sneak in there. So that will be our very simple, ooh, the penalty box, my favorite place. This will be that, so we'll be taking off, and then here is that RNAV blades. So climb up to 5,000 feet. So I'm going to go ahead over here and put this up to 5,000. And let's take a look at this. So we were taking off, as we said, 8 left to right. So we're climbing, get above 500, turn some more, blart, selfie, gator at or above 5,000. So let's take a look at the map then. So yeah, we got to fly over the bay here and do this nice little loop. And the stadium is just down here. So we will get a little shot of it. And then we're coming to Gator. Just be above 5,000 is the main thing. Off to Glades. And then Bags is our next stop, I believe. So that is going to be our briefing. Everything is looking good. There's no terrain or anything like that to really worry about. We are in Miami, after all, Florida. So that's what we will be up to. So cool. Happy with that. But I just want to, again, go through my plan a little bit here. Just make sure everything is connect, Glades, Marcy, Bags, Remus, Razi, Nettie, Redden. And I'll check these kind of when we get a little closer. There's Top of Descent by Gurley. I'll put in the ring later. Barbecue, Link, Gill, Gar, Manual. And then if I zoom out here, oh well, it's showing the end of that. But anyway, like I said, I kind of want to fly over the. I might just go up to one of these and do a big. We'll basically do like almost a circling type of land, but I'm not. I don't want to land against the wind. It's windy there today. But I do want to fly. I actually never flew to Houston, but it's one of the VATSIM places that I do want to fly. So I am wanting to do that no matter what. All right, cool. So that was our flight plan. I'm gonna go radio navigation, make sure it's got some VORs that I care about in, and I checked that a minute ago, all good. Performance time. So let's run our performance. This is our fuel, we're all fueled up, cool. Take off performance. So 8 right. We're gonna do oh, in feet, so we don't have the oops, my button. If I really wanted to look it up, if we wanted mic 2, 8 right, mic 2, I believe just so I know, if I go to airport and do airport info continued, does it have the distance for mic? Runway 12, 8 right, with minimum climb, RVR, yada yada yada. Anything over here about it? 8 right, 26 left, 200. All right, I don't see like a quick spot for what the what it would be, and this doesn't have the like some mods have the actual thing there. So 8 right, the wind 104 at 7. We got 110 9. That. And 9. Outside air temperature is 25. Wonder which one is more correct. I got 3004. 3003 now, so is dropping slightly. 300 or going up. I guess we are getting further into the day. The runway conditions, there's water on the ground, which is interesting because I don't think it rained. But let's go ahead and say that it's wet. Anti-ice off. Our takeoff weight is that. Let me check the computer. Yep. Our gravity. Flex. Standard air conditioning. It's Miami. It's hot. It's on. So let's compute. And there we go. So we will do a... we'll just do... I'd rather just... where is V1? Up there. So let's do... let's go 1, 1, 2, 6 for our V1 speed. That's when we have to hit the brakes or not. 1, 3, 1 is when we take off. And V2, 1, 3, 4, when we can... the speed we can climb without... with only one engine. The flex temp is 68 today. And the flaps, as usual, flaps 1, and we will be trim up 0.4. Alright, cool. So if we look in the computer here, here's all our stuff. We can go flight plan here, and that feels like about everything. So I assume I have passengers. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road here. Overhead's looking good. I'll ding the cabin. Let's get the beacon on. because we are going to fire up the APU. Like to get my little APU thingy down here. Alright, APU start. Okay. You can keep your captain's chair. Let's lock the door. If I'm not on VATSIM today just because this is a relaxed flight that anytime I'm live for now, this is gonna be alright, everything's synced. I like nav over here. Yeah, until I get a little more comfortable at VATSIM, I will not be streaming it. Too much to do, but I would be at this point would have gotten some sort of clearance to the effect of the stuff we talked about, and that's all good. So APU is available. Let's get APU bleed on, and let's go down here. Let's get rid of the oh no, it's mech. Okay, parking brake is set. Yep. Okay, external power off. Mech. Chocks. On. Okay, let's say we had to contact Miami ground for pushback. So Miami ground, American 4622, request push and start, and they would say go ahead. So that's what we will do. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip our engine pumps on, and let's do our quick before start checklist. So windows and doors are closed and locked. The APU is on. The APU bleed is on. The MCDU, we set up everything. All right, if we wanted to, we would set squawk. That looks about normal. We'll put the transponder to alt report. External power disconnected and off. Fuel pumps are on. Seatbelt signs are on. And thrust levers are idle. And fuel quantity is checked. We got 17.5. Yep. Takeoff data. Everything is looking just right here. And transponder, like I said, I just set it to auto. Beacon is on. Engine mode selector, ignition, park brake as required. Request pushback. Okay, so let's get going here. I should have done better pushback already too. So we'll have him push us. I'm trying to think in real life if they might just push you straight out, but we'll get special. We'll have them stick us on this, but I think they do just push you straight out.
Down to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
All right, that is the important thing that I always forget. I actually kind of hate that. All right, start pushback.
Down to cockpit, tow is driving up.
All right, we are getting ready to rock. There comes the tow. So here's our little American Airlines A319. Like I said, I kind of started doing this, so just in general, the flight simming during the pandemic when I got cooped up and wanted to feel the wind in my hair. I did have hair at that time, I think. And yeah, I just started really enjoying it, and I started to, but I always liked aviation, and this kind of rekindled that spirit, and so I started learning kind of some real world procedures, and that was very fun.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, go for it. Just had to fly some of these large, this is a little large, but these jetliners. And like everything else, you go on YouTube and Hey, what do you know? You can learn how to do this stuff. Turn that off. Alright, just sort of give me a quick survey up there. And yeah, so I ended up finding some really cool streamers. Black Box 711, if anyone wants to learn this stuff. That is, that's the spot. That's the place to do it. He was a real world pilot, flew lots of different aircraft. So, you know, you start watching, and I got involved in the flight sim community. Good folks. And speaking of that, I will be seeing a bunch of them in Europe. So that will be cool. So I think she said we're ready to rock. So I'm going to release the parking brake. Click engine.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
All right. Go ahead and set the start switch, and we've got fuel pressure and temperature. So let's start engine 2. Yeah, I guess it is wet. Watch out, pal. That's some Miami driving for you. Alright. So, engine 1, start. Our engine 2 started. They're available, all good. Alright, engine 1, your turn. The Toliss really has wonderful soundproofing, doesn't it? Sorry. Alright, let's just Alright, engine 1, looking all good. So, wait till they tell us our parking brake. Actually, not. I should check. I'm not sure what you're allowed to do while you're still pushing back.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Hey, parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, so let's do our next set of flows. Put that back to norm. We can arm our speed brake. This is a flaps 1 takeoff. Yep. Flats. Oh, flaps are already out. All right. Good. All right, sorry, I got distracted by the sounds of flaps that I wanted to watch. Let's go up top here. Generators are on, so let's get our APU bleed off. We can get the APU off. Let's go ahead and turn our runway turnout left.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Yeah, I will have fun up there. And let's do our flight controls. I wonder what triggers them to go automatically. Oh, probably hitting max here. No big deal. Alright, flight controls. Do full up, full down, left, right, rudders, left, right, I'm trying, so I have just the G bobble head shake on, not the actual app. Takeoff config is normal. And rudders were up 04. Alright, here we go. Alright, we are ready to rock. So, as we said, we are going to be, we're here now. We'll take 7. Don't need this anymore. That was my signal. Okay, so we'll go 7, like. Parking brake, and give it a little juice, and let's go. Alright, and we are off. Take 7 here. Brake check. Good. So the biggest thing I'm working on lately, in terms of my flight sim skills, is well, always landing. That's always going to be a thing. But then trying to brake more evenly when I get to my destination. So there's Mike. And then once we get on mic, we'll do our taxi stuff. Couple more switches. Flip. Don't go on the runway. That we're not crashing into anybody. And to just taxi a little better too. I'm usually all over the place. Alright, so here we are. Let's go weather on, predicted wind shear on, and go ahead and get TCAS on. We don't really have terrain issues, but I could turn terrain, and I don't think weather works in the Toliss anyway. But yeah, now we are taxiing Mike all the way down. Take full length, Mike 1. Shoo. And if we want to see the stadium, this is probably our... I'll be going slightly off course for us. Like I said, I am going to... This takes us straight out, but what I will do for us... Oop, lost right. Is that the Miami view? Yeah, when I take off, I will take I'll follow the river a little bit to the highway, and then we can see. Basically, fly toward the RVOR. Like I said, way off. But I was jerking around anyway. So, otherwise, everything else doing good. Alright, nose light, taxi, turn light, flights is on. I don't have my other stuff just yet, because that is this... I have too many weird-ass checklists floating around here. Airport's handy. Alright, here comes Mike 3. Probably take off from there, no problem too. Some sort of hotspot zone here where what do we got? Two intersecting runways. Here's Mike 2. Like I said, if I knew what the distance was, not that, you know, I could just toga and we'd be fine, but alright, let's go. Strobes on, landing lights on, set to taxi. To take off. Alright, the cabin crew is advised. Brake temp, all good. Great.
Zero 8 right.
That is the runway lady. Alright, that's good about everything. ECAM memo, no blue. This is on. So, let's get the hell out of here.
On runway 08 right.
He's ready. Alright, let's spool up. %. Man flex 68 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Knots now. Or V1 and rotate. Alright. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. So, if I were to, like I said, we'll be a little bad. Turn toward that VOR. Flight director won't like this. Alright, lever climb. Just climb. And there is the affectionately known as the tuna can, I believe, because the roof comes off. So that's where the old Orange Bowl was. And yeah, it's a, I'll talk about it a little more, but it's a great, I actually really like that stadium. Yeah, there is Lone Depot, Marlin Stadium. Alright, now we will turn back on course. Let's go flaps up. Speed Alt-Star coming up. We will want to level off here, coming up. Pitching down gently. Get back on our flight path. Ah, man. Okay, 5,000 feet. Ooh, use a I used to live way over here somewhere. Alright, we're back on the path. I'm gonna go ahead and just go direct to, oh, let's get this a little better view over the water. Yeah, so I'm all over the place here, folks. I'll just go, direct wheels, insert, and autopilot on nav. Alright. Now we can look out the windows a little more. Don't have to think about it as much. Miami Beach, but the secret spot, I always tell you, keep the scanning. Trust me. Bye-bye Miami. Although we get to see it one more time. I'll stay low. Alright, let's do some after takeoff stuff. Let me... Spoilers. Flaps are up. Engine. I didn't touch anything up here, but are we... we're still 5,000. Let's just say that's enough for me to turn off the lights. Nice. Alright, let's get our climb going. Let's go up to we can go unrestricted, I guess. 380, push, thrust climb, climb. Alt blue. And there is Hard Rock. I should have waited to climb. Oh, we'll get a little sight of it here. There you go. All Miami sports. Oh no, that's not true. There we go. Because you can't see where the Heat play. They're on the water. And then the Panthers play not in Miami. Alright, so we are climbing. We'll zoom out here on the range. Looking good. Co-pilot, you can come out too. Did I actually do that after takeoff? Alright, so landing gear are up and retracted. Engine mode selector. Norm. Spoilers are disarmed and retracted. Thrust climb. Flaps retracted. Packs are on. Anti-ice as required. We should be fine with our temperatures. Oh, actually, yeah, we're alright. Oh no, plus 16. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, that looked a little, that would have been too cold. And our lights are off, so now we just hang out. I didn't start the chrono, as usual. Alright, let's enjoy some outside views while we are... I will turn the volume down sooner than later. Ah. Very nice. let's get this camera a little better set up here. Back up. This can be our long range camera. All right, we are above clouds. Kind of cool looking. Over Miami. So I guess now, actually, what do you think? Where are we? Yeah. I used to live actually around Miami Executive Airport, and where I kind of first started enjoying flight sim. Not flight sim, although that's true too, because I did live around there. Yeah, you used to be able to go to Miami, and you could come park. They were like, you know, at this point in time, you could practically drive onto the fucking tarmac. I'm old enough for that. But yeah, I lived kind of southwest. All right, XPlane looking good. Toliss looking good. Lower those external sounds for us. And we passed standard, so let me pull. Is that standard? 18,000 feet. Yep, everything's still aligned. So there was this is the beta update. So I want to make sure everything is still working as planned, which I believe so far everything is good to go. Alright, sick. Let's do a quick roll through here, our systems. Everything looking good. I need to do some maintenance on this thing because I'm starting to lose yeah, I'm actually below our hydraulic level. I wonder if I get in trouble for being that low. Good thing there's you know, redundancies. But these planes do have it probably won't let me do it here, but I'm pretty sure if I go to like the menu, go to like ATSU, at the AOC menu. Connection. That's data link. Somewhere, I think there's a maintenance page that I can like refill my levels. All right, heading out over a lot of nothing actually, because that's the Everglades. Go for an airboat ride in the airboat ride in the sorry, I was just reading something about the Netherlands on my phone here, which is where I am going very soon. Looking forward to Lelystad. I mean, and well, I'm looking forward to my whole vacation there. To see some friends. Well, I'm going to see friends regardless. Both kinds of friends. Flight sim friends. Hello. Any of the Discord bros watching? Hi. Look forward to seeing you in the Netherlands. Let's drink some beers and whatever else you want to do. I guess we got some thunderstorm there. But anyway, yeah, the Everglades. I used to when I was a kid do like a camp that did a lot of stuff in the Everglades each summer. So I've been to the Everglades a bunch. It's humbling land. Let's put it that way. The mosquitoes alone will humble you. They are some of the worst. Alright, let's free everyone. Did I have these on? Yeah. Alright. Smoke them if you got them. Take your seatbelts off. And, all good up here. I want to check that out. I notice, I'm curious why that, pack flow is always set to low. It's Miami, for fuck's sake. We want high packs. When they're on, at least. Alright, cool. So, top of climb coming up soon already. And then I will also treat myself to a in-flight beverage. It is a beautiful Friday. Like I said, baseball coming on. I'm pretty stoked. Let's look at some lineups. Let's think about our wagers. Yeah. Well, let's look at wagers, because I am curious what the world thinks. Because Korea, DR. You know, if Korea is favored, then that is a slightly sneaky little bet, maybe. Because, like, I don't know. They are a good team, and they play good baseball. And so does the Dominican Republic, the powerhouse. But, you know, that's kind of one of the bigger matchups. It's got to be the biggest. I mean, you know, whatever. You say what you will about the group stages. They were important too, don't get me wrong. And there were some big games there. But. Oh, the checklist. I don't like these checklists. I need to get that. The one thing I missed the most from the Zebo mod coming to this is audio checklists with Flight Deck to Sim. He's a streamer too, also good guy to watch if you want kind of like a he's a British lad. I was gonna say high energy. I don't want to make it sound like, you know, he's got some pep in his step. What can I say? He's a cool guy. But he's a real world pilot too, and he was really good learning some specific Boeing 737 procedures, which was the plane that I first started out with, and so I really like him. But yeah, him and Black Box are two, I think, my favorite channels. And the other inspirational channel for this was also, oddly, a watch repair channel. Shout out Marshall Sutcliffe, Wrist Watch Revival on YouTube and other socials. You know, I'm not even into wristwatches, but I do like Marshall Sutcliffe though. I know him from kind of gaming space, but he started, his hobby is watchmaking, watch repair, buying like kind of cheapo watches off not cheap, actually, that's not true at all, buying really nice watches that for less than they're worth if they're all fixed up, and he repairs them. And I mean, he's worked on some incredible watches, but he also, the point of the hobby is like, hey, you can find like vintage watch off eBay, and he even sells kits and stuff if you wanted to get into watchmaking. I'd love to, but I don't need another hobby. Even though it's one you could hide from your significant others a little easier than flight sim, which I have like a whole, not pictured today. If you go back and watch my old streams, you will see some of my gear, and that is also what I'm excited about, going and seeing. Let's go with our just cruise page here. It's nice and cool for everybody. Yeah, you know, I have a whole cockpit setup of some kind here. Not like the major one, but it's getting there. And I'd love it to be a major one. Not that I need like motion simulator and stuff, but I'm going to Flight Sim weekend in Lelystad in the Netherlands. It's kind of one of the bigger European Flight Sim conventions. The other one in the US is going to be in like Minneapolis, I think, this season. All right, Mach and Alt Star. So we are cruising. Top of climb. All right, awesome. Alt cruise. Now this thing just flies itself. We don't have to do anything anymore. Just autopilot 1, 2 on, set the ILS, and pull this. That was at some point. No, pull this, pull that. You know, shove this thing back. There's more to do than that, but for now we can relax. Look around the cockpit and the windows a little bit while we're up here. I guess we're just about over the Gulf. So the one thing I kind of like in some of the other add-ons is that they don't dump you outside, but bye-bye Florida. 10,000 Islands region, Naples, Fort Myers. No pilot. Here is the Toliss cockpit. Quick little tour. We've got a electronic flight. What is it? EFB. What the hell does the B stand? Flight book? that sounds stupid. There we got the tiller. We got, which is it really? It's really that low under there? Huh. Flight stick. Primary flight display, nav display, got our ECAM screens, got our glare shield, different maps. We want airport over here. We can do here, panel. Whoops. Okay. In the meantime, enjoy the empty cockpit for just a moment. I will be right back. Actually, while we're at it, why don't we enjoy some little bit in the background. King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard. That's the other topic of this channel. My favorite living band. They are great. This is, since we're flying to Houston, this is their Live in Houston 24 from the Couch Tour. If you like this, you can watch their concerts online too. But when we come back, we will look at some baseball.
Heard a lot of good things about this place.
So enjoy little tunes, and I will be right back.
Alright, we're gonna fucking rock it.
Permission to rock?
What's everyone doing here?
Hey, I just got
What are
it.
you here for? Thanks for coming, we love you.
Okay, I'm back. This is People Vultures, or potentially People Vultures and Iron Lung by King Gizzard and the Lizard that is on. Goodbye, Florida. On our way to Houston. Yeah, so this is a pretty good show, the Houston one. This is just going to kind of be our little bit of background. Stu isn't screaming at us too much. But yeah, so like I said, the point of this flight is mostly because I want to get more in the baseball spirit of things. And let's see what we got here. Why don't we look at the... No. Let's go to the, is this the mothership? Alright, so today we have got this is the interesting one, Korea, Dominican Republic. So, something I am curious about. Let's see. Oops. Hopefully there's no pop-ups here. Or they're gonna put everything behind paywalls, aren't they? These pieces of crap. Shouldn't they want me to know? Does this count as MLB? Forget. Alright, come on FanDuel, you tell me. Advertisement for, see, they know that I'm looking. I just want odds. Just give me odds. I wonder if Gemini might know. All right, guys. DraftKings. This is what you should be using. No, so, what are the lines today? Let's see, just out of curiosity. All right, better. So, I mean, this is not a crazy bet. Plus 600 is not the craziest thing I've ever considered in my life on a wager. Not that you should do this, but let's see. Korea. I bang the over here. Sorry, I'm considering. No, I'm not gonna. These are the worst. Don't do prop bets, people. This is how they get you. This is how they get you. Prop bets, horseshit. But that is interesting. So anyway, just when I bet sports, which is not very often because. You shouldn't. But I really only bet money lines. I'll bet teams, but not trivial things like points and all this. Although sometimes the over and under is a good bet. But, you know, there's an argument to slap $100 down on South Korea here if you had it, because that's they're a good team. But enough of that. Let's see what's going on in this game. Okay. I don't really know the Phillies. Is he a that's where I don't really know. I stopped watching the AL or NL East a long time. I haven't watched the Phillies play very much, so I'm not super familiar with Sanchez. And again, I'm a Rays fan, so we don't see the Phillies very often. But quality starting. Where have you been playing? Oh, the nickname. Oh, it's Hanji Ryu, the monster. Is he the? Yeah. So, got a nice MLB career. Nice. Well, so the pitching matchup tilts. I mean, everything's going to tilt to the DR. Because this lineup is kind of insane. Such good players. That's my man right here. Junior Caminero. Watch out, world. He's coming. He is coming. But lots of good players on both sides here. I'm excited to check this out later. But the only question is going to be how close it is, because at 8 we've got the US-Canada. And let's see what kind of lineup Mark DeRosa has decided to put together today. Alright, so Webb, I feel good about. I don't know. I don't think I watch any of the Canadian. Oh, yeah, the Naylor brothers. Okay. Now I'm remembering. Alright, so is this our actual lineup here? I wonder when lineups have to be discussed in alphabetical order. What did we say? WBC, USA lineup today. And Italy is having one hell of a game, or a run here. They wouldn't have announced it yet. So, well, I am curious about the lineup. That's one thing. I wonder what lineup would I put together. Well, Bobby Witt, lead off. I'd want to put Pete Crow almost. No, but he's got to be down the line. Well, one thing I don't know if where do you get actual like World Baseball Classic stats? That would be cool. Do like a better team page. Website kind of blows, huh? Teams. Teams. USA. Alright. Let's see. The Cleaver. So Cal Raleigh has, what did he walk home? What the hell, man? Is this the only stats it gives? Anyway, what I was saying is I really like the Will Smith. Maybe he should get the start today. Can Cal Raleigh just DH? Oh, Schwarber is the DH. No, so fuck that. Buxton, you're not hitting. Pete Crow Armstrong, man. Way to go, Pete. Bryce Terang's been playing well, very well. Too many braces. Yeah, so I don't know who I'd start. Bregman at third. Terang at second. Bobby Wood at short. And I guess Bryce Harper at first. How did we get Gunnar Henderson into the game? Because what's he, shortstop? It's basically him and Bobby Witt. Their websites kind of suck. I figured it would kind of give you, well, alright, I mean, I guess we got a little more info if I scroll, but I don't know, there's not really, it was very sketchy, more bio info. Oy. Alright, I take it back. Well, I don't care about the bio, but, Orioles, good player. And, I wasn't really impressed with Roman Anthony in the regular season last year, but I think I saw him very early in his campaign. I think maybe Pete should be monitoring center field today. Judge, Armstrong, stick Anthony out and left. Mark Turris. Pitching. 2 Rays. Yeah, but I don't know. Cal Raleigh has been pretty quiet so far this World Baseball Classic. There's something afoot outside I need to check. Top of descent was like girly. We're not there for a while. Oh, I will be right back. Enjoy the sights and, well, the sights of, oh, you've been enjoying King Gizzard the whole time? Or is it just that? Oops. I will be right back again. Enjoy some GIZZ. Alright. Sorry about that, my loyal viewers. Which is me. Real life happens every so often around here. And luckily, flightsim can keep going. So they just played our I Missed the Rats in the Sky. That's our outro music. This is Ice 5. Ice 5. Man, it's way cloudier than I thought it was going to be. But in any case, all my gear still working. Yep. In it. Wheel prediction. Alright, flight plan here. Good. Oops, almost kicked the rudder. Alright, coming up to Remus. One thing I did want to do while we're here is, as I recall, top of descent was, so it's so close to that early GIRL Golf India Romeo Yankee, and give me about give me like 60 nautical mile radius. That way, just on my flight plan as we're approaching the top of descent, which is a while off, but I can at least there. Once we get about there, I need to at least start thinking about our, we'll check the weather and all that good stuff at Houston. Otherwise, everything is doing good. Get some coffee. Although I do have, I guess I'm double fisting here. I got coffee and a little King's. Regional beverage. I'm just looking at it. I'm not drinking it, of course. Never simulate flight while I'm simulating drinking a beer. All right. So the only thing I wanted to see is teams. I am really unfamiliar with Canada's roster. Let's see who we got here. All right, Skiro. Oh, you're a Canadian. Okay, you're Jameson's. Talion. How does he like to pronounce his name? I don't know. He's on the Cubs, isn't he? Yeah, so Bo Naylor, Hicks, Tyler Black, Matt Davidson, Adam Hall, Edward. I guess their biggest name is Josh Naylor. Yeah, no one jumps out. On the other hand, you look at something like, where's alphabetical order. Yeah, I mean, geez, this is stacked. everywhere, all over the place. You have eBay. Who's pitched so far? It would be cool if they just showed like some more basic stuff, starts, at bats here. Old Austin Wells. Some people are giving him shit. But yeah, Junior, Vlad, that's quite the combo. And Machado. And Rosario. And Soto. And O'Neill. And Tatis. And Julio. That's kind of cool that Albert Pujols is the manager. That's neat. Yeah, Placido Polanco. Know anybody else here? Anyone from... I mean, I know who these guys are, but anyone? Did Peralta? I wonder... I don't know if he was... Anyway, the Korean roster. Yeah, I wonder. And what also would be nice to see is their current team. Would be cool to see. I don't want to have to click everybody to see whether they're playing in. Oh, they don't even have a Korea stats. Or I guess it is MLB, so they're not going to have the international stuff. But either way. Where is the schedule? So, I am excited because we get to watch 2 meaningful baseball games today. Tomorrow, I guess I'll be pulling. It's hard not to pull for Italy. They've been looking, they're a fun team. The baseball Azzurri. And then Japan, of course. And then, when is the actual, does it really go that fast? So let's see if we end up getting, like I said, my sneaky wager today is Korea. My buddy is convinced Canada's going to suck it out somehow, but I don't know. I feel like the U.S. is going to get on the horse today. Are they actually playing in Puerto Rico? No. So they're in Houston. Okay, so everything is back, is in Miami and Houston now. Ah, okay. I guess at some point everyone had to get closer. When was the last time? Oh, it's not going to show. Curious when the last time Korea played. If they had to fly, what the flight situation was. Look up the Korean national baseball team flight. We can replicate that. No. One thing I definitely don't do in this sim are long flights. This is probably the longest flight I've done in recent history. It's like a 2.5 hour block time or something. Yeah, it's about my limit. So something I usually don't do, because I am usually doing these short flights and such. But we could, monitor our, where are we? JPEG. We just passed Remus. Oh wait, that's flight plan. Where are we? Yeah, Remus. So we should have, I don't know, previous bags. For Remus. This is where we can see like air fuel or fuel on board estimated versus actual. So yeah, we're doing good. We got a little bit hair extra. Although we're kind of on our way. Razi. So once we hit Razi, we should have 10 and a half.
Are you feeling the love that we are producing for you?
Yes, Ambi, I am.
Great. Feelings mutual.
Good. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to fly over the, I wanted to fly over the coast. I didn't think there was going to be this much of a cloud layer. Oh yeah, so on this show.
Anybody with a fuzz pedal knows about that stuff? It's bien. This song's called Dirt.
Joey hates this song. But yeah, in that show, the his rig was picking up a Spanish radio station. It was pretty funny. I'm gonna keep on this excellent kicking my rudders. Just not what you want to do. Alright, plane is looking good. Enjoy dirt. So I'm also on the hunt for, I mean, not on the hunt because I have a ton of places. But, so I'm going to the Netherlands for a very long annual vacation that I do, and it's just kind of cool. It worked out that March is usually a month that I kind of do my take off essentially. So, and it worked out again perfect this year. And it coincides with the flight sim, so I have like this very excellent selfish vacation usually. Well, not usually. Last year was the first time I went to the flight sim weekend, and I had an absolute blast. Got to meet some of the people who I've gotten to know by doing this hobby, and it was a good time. And the weekend itself, the actual convention, was pretty fun. I can't believe how many full setups there are. My wife is coming with me this time though. Usually I do this trip by myself because she and I go on like a vacation she wants to do usually at some point. But because this is typically not like, I don't go to the Netherlands like to go on vacation exactly. It's not like a touristy holiday thing that I'm up to. I'm mostly just living a quiet local life in the places I stay. And I stay with friends for a bunch of it, but now I'll be staying in Amsterdam for 3 or 4 nights, and going to Germany for 3 nights, to Cologne, Bonn area that I'm excited about. So a little more, well, I mean, the Amsterdam part actually doesn't count. I'm staying, there's this apartment that I absolutely love that, so the funniest thing, it was not available, but a houseboat right outside, like literally on the same goddamn river, in the same part of my favorite town, or not town, my favorite neighborhood in Amsterdam, is another little place, and all I need, and it's great. It's got a little porch too, so I can enjoy being out there. But it looks really fun, but the long story short is I'm staying in my favorite neighborhood in Amsterdam, and I am very excited about that. But all this is a roundabout way. I'm trying to see if I can get any of my Dutch flight sim bros, if any of you guys watching. And someone did just respond actually in the Discord. I want to check that out. But my favorite, I'm obsessed with herring. I love the Dutch raw herring. It's wonderful. I eat it for breakfast at least every day when I'm there. Herring, coffee shop, and yeah, pancakes at some point, and Malaysian or Indonesian takeaway food for dinner. That's the other secret of my many years going to the Netherlands. €10, get 4 piles of delectable, Indonesian fare on pile of rice or noodles or something. After a full day of walking around whatever city you are, find the takeout Malay or Indonesian place that has like the cafeteria line, and hit that up, because that could be meals that's multiple meals if you want to. So anyway, the whole point of that though is that my wife is going to come with me, so I'm giving her the this is what I want to do when we retire tour. But also doing some touristy stuff too, because she wants to do that. Not touristy stuff, but activities. I usually don't do. I mean, I actually do activities when I'm there, but just different kinds. And no, not those. Although last year we finally went. So I mean, this is just a funny story. I'm not a uptight person. I like to engage in all the fun stuff that is part of the culture. So anyway, my buddy though who lives over there, just like for years and years, has been dying to get me and anyone. I mean, we've been there with my sister-in-law and like with other family before too, who came and like hung out with us while we happened to be there, and my buddy, he's a great guy and is an instigator, and he gets his kicks from and he's a great tour guide, absolutely great tour guide. And with that said, he will show you all of the Netherlands, and all of Amsterdam when you go to the Netherlands. So, but he always is trying to get my wife, of course, because he knows that she would be totally repulsed by it. So of course he goes, but to go to one of these sex shows, and there's some of them are just so gross and fucked up and rip off, etc. But we found this one spot that maybe I'll leave a note down in the comments. Another hidden gem. I gave you guys Crandon Park down in Miami for the beach, best beach. But yeah, oh man, we found this place, and we said, all right, fine, we're gonna do it. I said, yeah, this was just with me and him, and so that was also the funny part. We joke about it now, because after that we went and had pancakes together. We had like a romantic pancake dinner after the sex show, and then we were over on the west side of Amsterdam, because that's where a really good pancake house is that we like, and it's near the Anne Frank kind of area, the old church, and well, not the old church, that's the one in the red light district. But yeah, and then we went and took a long pee right at the Homo Monument. You're allowed, by the way, but that's where there's a memorial there. It's when lots of people were affected when the Nazis came rolling through. And so there's a monument there to all the, sort of the queer population that got, persecuted during. I'm pretty sure it's for during the World War II. We could look it up if we wanted to like learn some history. I mean, it's got a great name. The Homo Monument. So I guess it's just for, yeah. All right, so 87, but it's okay. It was to commemorate gays and lesbians who were killed by the German Nazi regime, and yeah, so this is the Homo Monument area. And I love just this whole area in the Netherlands is fantastic. But right here, you take a piss. I can't believe they took a top-down view. This must be almost, this looks like from the church or something. But anyway, this is like the monument, and this is a really great part of town. And if you ever need to pee, it's a good place to pee, actually. And there's the train. What's this? They sell, is this just where they sell like Anne Frank house tickets or whatever? Anyway, so that was our date. We went to the sex show, which was, I mean, it was very good. I was very surprised how good it was, actually, because we were just going on a lark, it was like, all right, fine, we'll do this, get a beer, see what this is. And what this was like, it was like 30 euro or something at the door. And it's a small place. They have a bar downstairs. And you go upstairs and there's like this little room that has old church pews in it, because of course it does. And it has the most hilarious mural painted on the wall and a small little stage at the front. And sort of like at the top of every hour, there's a show that starts, and you can stay there like all night, I think, too. They don't kick you out. Maybe if you stop buying beers or something like that, they do. I just realized, and I wonder if this is... This flight wouldn't have ETOP stuff, I don't think. I mean, we're not like... no, because we're close to land anywhere we go. If we had engine out or something. But yeah, so anyway, then they like cycle through like kind of these like 5 to 10 minute performances of first it's like some ladies, and then more ladies, and then some guys and their ladies, and actually it's pretty good how they have it set up, because the last one that comes on is kind of an older woman who is hilarious. And so it breaks the mood, or at least, which is a good thing, because you need to like stand up and get out of there. Because I'm gonna say the stuff before, it was like we were talking about after, we said like that was a little sexier than we thought it was gonna be, and so we're not gonna go and do that together anymore. And that's what we said before we whisked ourselves off to the west side and. And got pancakes and took a pee next to each other at the Homo Monument, and then got on the train and went home together. But yeah, so that was fun. But there's lots of, the whole thing about the red light district is there's, you just have to keep your head out of your ass. One chick could do, no. Because a lot of the stuff is just total, they suck, and it's just to rip off British tourists, I think, which sounds like the bane of all Amsterdammers' existence. I will be on a KLM 787-900 for the flight too. I'm excited about that. The first couple of flights I was looking at were all Delta 767s, which, I mean, you know, that's an old plane, but then, you know, as I kind of kept keeping my eye on some of the prices, I saw a KLM Delta / KLM flight that was using one of the 787s, so I was like, doing that. I want the new one, and I've never flown on a 787, so I am pretty stoked about that. Well, see, I'm in steerage class. You know, unlike this little guy. Oops, sorry. You know, it's all steerage class. But, I would like to bug the, you know, not bug, talk to the captains. But they, I'll be entering to the rear, I'm sure. The first class is, way up at the front. But that will be fun. Even though I'm just sleeping on the whole way. Because that's the move. It's basically every flight from the US to the Netherlands is a red eye overnight. Which, on the one, it's like it's good and bad, because in a sense you get like a free day, if you want to think about it like that. You can get on the plane, order your vodka tonic or whatever, and try and get some shut-eye, have an active day, and be tired and sleep on the plane, which I'm not a good sleeper on the plane, partially because I like to just look out the window, but it is nighttime. But at least leaving New York, I will hopefully enjoy a neat little departure, even though it's probably just going to be straight out. But then you land at like 9 in the morning or something like that in Europe, in the Netherlands. It's a direct flight, the one I have. And, you know, when it's that, you get off, and if you're rested, then go hit the town. So we are going to do that. Get up, go meet up with my friend, drop off our stuff, and make just like at least a little half day, and you know, and then you just stay up, make sure you don't go to sleep too early, and try and get over the jet lag hump. But then, yeah, I'm gonna I'll be in The Hague, so maybe do some Hague stuff. I need to get fish immediately upon landing. And go to the Albert Heijns and get all my weird, delectable Dutch treats. That my buddy who's there, I like to think we have a brotherly dynamic, because we mostly bicker about things the whole time. He hates it there, I love it there. I hate it here, he loves it here. I tell him it's just he hasn't leaned in enough to the culture, but he and the Dutch people have a sordid relationship. Not sordid, just long and storied, I guess I should say. Complicated. But that's neither here nor there. But I like to it's like I visit him so that I can bring some Dutch into his life. Ik spreek in beter Nederlands, maar but not well. I was trying to think, how do you say it? Not expect neat, because that's just I don't speak. Anyway, as you can see, not that bad. But I try and make an effort. I find that the Dutch folks who I meet along the way, when I at least introduce myself in Dutch and ask them hello and how are they, and kind of have like a minimal. You know, I get as far as I can get and then I ask if English is okay, and they're usually like look at me cross-eyed like I'm a crazy person because they all speak English probably better and more per capita than here. But you know, they tend to appreciate it, and I've made friends that way, just like asking to. I learned how to makikia hundaya, and petting dogs in Vondel Park. I made friends that way. It's fun. And in the coffee shops and bars, and I always have a great time when I go. I'm super excited. And I don't have to worry about my house or my pets because I've got people here. And I'm excited. It is happening so soon. And I'm almost done with all work. Only some enjoyable work left. Here's a favorite line of mine.
Esophagus. A greeting. A portal. Mortal cremate. Immortal.
Little Stu throat singing. Alright, what do we got here? ETC 17 after 20. Alright, so yeah, we still got a long way to go. Why did I do a long flight? Shit. I do have to still do things today. What is it? 3, 4, 35. Well, so be it. I mainly want to. I need to make sure I get home in time for what's the first game? 6:30 local. Might be cutting it close, actually. But yeah, Korea plus 600. That'll be my pick of the day. Alright, nice. Meeting up with some of the other flight sim folks I met. Yeah, so the other thing is, sorry, I like this flight. I remember this being a really big magnet. If it was this Houston thing. Yeah, I remember this being a good magma because it was one of the, my buddy and I call it dark magma. They get, if you listen to the studio album, it's kind of like a soft song in a way, jazzy, upstrokes only. But they kind of rock out usually when they play it live. Oh yeah, but what I was showing you, VATSIM is one of the reasons I kind of got into this, which is the big global ATC network. So here's a bunch of folks flying over the US right now. And oh, I bet these are all A340s. A340. 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 Oh, you had to ruin it. A340? The new A340. A340? A3, no, that's smaller. 777. That looks like another 7. Oh, A350. Everyone in their lufty A340-600. A new aircraft came out, so here's here yeah, that's the 380. Anyway, a new aircraft came out that much hype. And it looks pretty good, actually. If I was more interested in that aircraft, I would check it out. But yeah. Oh, man. Oh, it's Friday, isn't it? Look at Frankfurt. Look at Frankfurt.
Thank you so much for coming to our rock and roll show this evening.
340, A340, A340, A340. Is that an A340? No, 777. Here are all the A340s.
Alright.
Hilarious. Oh, I know this guy. I think. Anyway, look at this shit, man. Frankfurt gets mobbed. Go around.
Nah, seriously though.
Oh no.
No one knows of any good plumbers. I'm looking for an apprenticeship. I think this music thing isn't working out for me anymore.
Oh, damn, this person did a hell of a flight.
We're talking about what trades would be.
Oh, okay, what did everyone goes to? Is this La Palma or whatever?
I'm not phased. Got a good plumbers. I've been dealing with their shit.
Oh no, Madeira, yeah. This is an A320 though, so makes more sense.
Shut up, Cameron. Shut up.
But yeah, so
Nah, in all seriousness,
so yeah, I've virtually flown with,
sing a song.
I mean, these, not everyone, of course, here. I mean, in a way. But in the community that I'm part of, a bunch of, is kind of European, heavy, no pun intended, here's heavy, heavy, heavy. Funny. But yeah, big global network, they've got everything on. So cool. They're gonna need like a special A340 NOTAM or something. I wonder what the holding situation is. Yeah, you see people are all but in any case, so there's like this community element of flight sim, flying on VATSIM. And then there's just all these various discords and like any gaming community. You know, you meet some folks. Getting to some coast. New Orleans. Or Louisiana, I should say. Excuse me. New Orleans is a very cool city. The old Mississippi. So, it's actually out here. I mean, this must just be like, is this just swamp, I would think. You need your local knowledge if you're coming down here. Yeah, this is just the bayou. They actually get the good, the silt color effect. Kind of like that. But I don't know if we'll be able to see anything substantial from here. I guess these are the breakers. Yeah, a little too hazy out to see much. Speaking of baseball, another fun fact about this area is I'm pretty sure so Lena Blackburn baseball rubbing mud is, I think, the guy who makes it, I could swore was in Louisiana area. Ah, no, Jersey side of the Delaware. Each year returns with 1,000 pounds to store over the winter and sets it the following baseball season. So this is actually a good oh, it's actually the first episode of Dirty Jobs. Oh, cool. So yeah, I guess, yeah, I mean, good, I'm glad I looked it up. I thought they collect the mud from New Orleans. Not New Orleans. Well, from, you know, the Louisiana bayou. That's a good episode of Dirty Jobs, though. Enjoy a little GIZZ. The water-themed song. Oh, there's a little silver cord there. Or is that Thea? No. We can call this dripping Thea. Should fuck around with a helicopter sometime in this game. I don't think we can get anything to render in that far. Descent is coming sooner than later, though. There's our circle. Could take a quick gander at where we are. So we're, I think, just before this pound. Where is it? No, JPEG is live on here. Yeah. All right. So here's the Lev VOR Leeville. So we will be going to Poland. JPEG. And then to Gurley, and that's where we start our descent. And let's think about some restrictions. Let's make sure they're in. So at barbecue is our first restriction. 280 below flight level 210. So barbecue restriction 198. I guess am I coming down that quickly? At 280, at 250. So that's something I always wonder. When it's at 280, I have to be at 280. But one thing I don't know. What does that do? So what I'm trying to do is I need to look at the syntax What if I do 280? If I do 280. Oh, well, that's below. But I'm so 269 at barbecue. I don't want to slow down. No, girly. Oops. Let's see, it doesn't. That gets a speed constraint, but do I? So like in the Boeing, you can tell it. But I just don't know how to actually set that in here. So that's the winds. Early next waypoint fixing there, blah blah blah. Alright, that's all good. So I was hoping to do is just keep us. What's so let me pull real quick. Alright, go back to manage. I guess I'm just already too slow. Alright, no big deal. So I'm gonna go back to early. Let's just clear out this speed constraint. It's not doing anything for us. Faults. Yeah, I need to learn how to do that. Alright, get rid of that. There we go. Temporary insert. And then I had this other one here at barbecue.
Oh shit!
Temporary. Okay. But barbecue limit. 280, link 250. Why is that in Mach?
Everyone put their hands together for King Stingray. Shit is off the bloody Richter scale.
Yeah, I need to learn this bit of the Airbus a little better. This is actually, I've never seen this before. I'm gonna take a screenshot real quick. I might want to ask one of the dudes about why it's listing that. It's weird. I feel like I've never seen that. But in any case, the restrictions all looked correct, except I'm going to be slower than I should be. But I'll be 240 gill, that's fine. So 6,000 is our play here. But I am not gonna hook up with the ILS immediately. Can I see more like MSA type info? So yeah, this Zappo is the technically the transition, because landing runway 26. No, we're landing 26 right, aren't we? 27. 26 right. Left. 27. 26 left, right. Maintain, descend via Mach number until intercepting 280 knots. Maintain 280. Sorry, just reading some stuff. Trying to figure out. Anyway, 3,000 looks like the MSA. We're just gonna be flying kind of down here. So we'll do just a kind of a big loop around Houston. So when we hit car, ooh, redfish. So some fish stuff here. Gill, redfish, gar. So when we hit gar, I'll hang a left, and we'll chill out at 7,000 and just get down to by the time we come around. I could do that little RNAV. I'd open that up too, because if we do a loop and are coming back around this way, I could just hook up with this little RNAV. But maybe we'll just have some fun and kind of fly this. Let's see. Where's my approach? The 2,000 eventually. Okay. Let's get rat nav 111.55, 111.55, yep. India Oscar November Delta, and it is here as well. TBD Lev, that's fine. And I'm sure it's going to tune this IAH that I'll want to have in there.
Thank you very much, yes.
And then when we land, 26 right.
Not only look good, but you smell quite decent too, so round of applause for yourselves and your body odors.
Bridge. East Cargo.
Sorry, where's Robin Hood?
So we'll land long, and we'll try and get off on any of these high speeds. Foxtrot Echo or Delta. Delta, take the bridge. November Echo. Cross 8 right. And if I was going to be a good boy, I would look up the actual terminal stuff, but I don't want to be a good boy. But let's start thinking of some stuff. Top of descent is coming up, so why don't we see what our landing performance. So 26 right, let's check our weather conditions. So what are we landing again? So we'll have a little bit of crosswind. That's fine. We can see it's clear. It's 22. Yep. And brake low, reverse on. Let's compute that. Plenty of room. So let's go to perf. Next phase, approach. Alright, QNH, we said 3007, 22 degrees, it was 170 at 5, oops, on angle. VAP 124, VLS 119, okay, and our minimum, since we're doing the, we'll just do the ILS, and it's 295, so basically ground level, de-leveling. Alright, cool. Alright, everybody, finish your beers. I finished mine. looks good. Oh, we can go GIZZ. Hello? I actually get. Yeah, we'll get the full Houston concert on this flight, so that's cool. And let's get our star up, and we will. Let's shoot for. I'll shoot for this. We don't really need to get down super fast. I'll just shoot for 15,000. And the stadium is up there. Is to the south. Let's get a visual reference. Well, we got the highways, so that's no problem. The airport is to the north of the city. It's, I think, somewhere in the perimeter. Dyken Park. Oh, it's dead center. So we'll do this flight around the inner perimeter. And then here's the airport up here, so we'll come back, hook up with the ILS. Here's, by the way, the best spot. Bandcamp, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard, all their concerts, fantastic websites. I have actually, I have never been to Texas. I have never had the opportunity to mess with Texas. Alright, 30 miles from top of descent. Been to other places, but just, it's one of those weird things. I feel like I should have gone there at some point. I'm gonna set 15,000, and I'll start our descent in a moment. And so once we start descending, I'll see where our safe spot is here. If it wants us 280. Whoops. One thing, that's another thing I should probably think about learning a little more is my, like, just the math behind, Mach number and speed. And I know kind of the very most crude basics, but it's not like it's a conversion depending on your altitude. And, I think that's something worthwhile for me to start looking up. Top of descent coming. 20 miles less. this? Does that go lower still? Yes, I am. I want to know when I land if I can remember. I've also checked where our fuel is supposed to be at. Top of descent, 10 and 9. We got a lot. Oh, no, it's our groundway. 7.6. Oh, 6. That's the burn. Alright, so we're doing alright. Alright, let's go ahead and push. Start our descent. Alright, descent. All blue. So right now with the GIZZ, they have multiple styles of music that they play at their shows, and at this point they take the table and it's like a whole electronic setup. Cutting my chores a bit close. I wanted to get done, but so be it. Alright, so third aircraft descend via Mach number until intercepting 280 knots. Maintain 280 knots until slowed by star. I mean, my cost index was so low, I never got there. That's another thing I want to, let me write that down to ask about. Because I know it has to do with like cost index and stuff. When it's so low that I'm not pedal to the metal. Because I just pull. Like, should I not speed up? Speed? I mean, I don't want to get into a coffin corner situation. But I mean, I assume I would speed up. Got silver cord here. All right, 280. Like, well, it's Mach 7.9 or something at this area, but let me go into my fix info. I'm gonna clear out Gurley, and we're doing A Kilo India Alpha Hotel 6 right. And just give me a 10-mile radius. Said auto brake, not needing. Oh. I guess. What's the I need to put the reciprocal by 87. Alright, so there we got a little center line going on. Remember 087 is going to be our and then once we hit barbecue, I'll go back into manage. Go to our flight plan. Okay, where you have. Give you perf. And going to approach. The what VORs. Alright, here we come. Way above profile. So what is it to barbecue? 10, we need to lose. So, need to lose 6, so 18. 20 something. 2. We've got some wind in our face. We don't need to slow down, so we should make it below 210. I'll convince my heart, and it's my way. Excuse me. Your far away shot. Alright, you can come in 40 miles, sounds good to me. Okay, so our landing performance is all good. TCAS below, approach briefing, we know what we're doing. And don't need any anti-ice. And once we go below, we'll set our Vero once we pass transition. Hit barbecue. We are below flight level 210 now. So our restriction is good. Okay, now we will go back into manage mode. I will push speed. And I will set, we're going to 7,000. So let's go 7,000. Magenta. We've got a restriction at 120, flight level 120, it will be 12,000 feet. Our QNH is still 3007. Let's say they put us on local. So what did we say? 307. Alright, push. Come on. Alright, 3007. Okay. Let's get some lights on already. Seatbelts on, no more smoking. Cabin, tell everyone to get their shit together. Gulf Coast is not too exciting from 30-something thousand feet.
Altimeter setting.
Yeah, I got it, lady. I'm not sure why she tells me that. That's the RAS lady is an add-on, I'm pretty sure, that I have in. I think Link on V250. Speed brakes? What was that? Speed brakes will come in. Get some energy out of the aircraft. Not that it really matters because we're not gliding nicely in. Alright, here comes the speed down to the gill, 240. One thing I kind of don't understand is, I mean, I know like that these symbols indicate the actual speed that you have dialed in, or I guess not dialed in, because it only like if I pull. Oh, see, I still just get the thing. I thought somewhere it would like, you know, like when you're taking off, but I guess that's the that.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, Joey. Nathan is the name of the table, the electronics table. All right. Houston. That's good if you like something funny. Go watch Google Fred Armisen accents joke, and he does all of the United States, some of in Cuba and Mexico, and does he go as far as Canada? Anyway, he goes across the he goes across the northern Americas, including Mexico and parts of the Caribbean, and does the accents, and it's a riot. He does really good. It's hilarious. Like my wife's favorite joke, but it is really good. All right, we got some heavy music to play us out here. Very heavy. Maybe that's fitting for Houston. We fucking talk about motor spirit. And then what I'll probably do is do a direct to Chubbs, which is the beginning of the Chubbs 3000. There it is. I guess I could, well, Ray's isn't even on here. But I'll go direct Chubbs and just draw a center line out for us. Perihelion. Coming up. So anyway, I guess that didn't really help out. So yeah, well, once we hit Gar, we'll hang a left. Let's see. Houston. Looks like the outer perimeter. That's at 10 miles, so we might just go a beam, like 10 miles a beam of Gar. So when we're like 10 miles from Gar, we'll go heading speed. I wonder what the actually, EFD is a good one for us. Grab that up. Yeah. Or actually, that's where I want to go. So I'm going to full speed, full heading. Turn us toward our VOR. Just because I noticed on the map, this will take us kind of right inside the perimeter if we fly, so we kind of are a little, you know, we were pretty far north, so this will kind of bring us back around. And we can enjoy looking at Houston. Oh, I didn't want to go. So, yeah, so let's go down to 5,000. Alright. Thrust idle open descent. I am Gaia. Gaia. No Gaia here, people. I'll tell you that much. A-Town, port. So we'll fly over this VOR and then just head, we'll follow the highway around. Body parasite. Then we have the other VOR. Basically do a flyby. The MSA was something like 3,000. 21 miles. So there's the FD 20 miles. One thing I will do just so we don't have to do it. I mean, it's not that big a deal actually. If I go direct, Chubbs, radial in, this is the part I always screw up. Do I take the reciprocal over the airport? So I need to go direct to insert and then pull immediately. Then let's go plan. Let's see, do I have a straight line coming out of Chid? Okay, yeah, so it is the that's my go around. Alright, cool. I got the stuff that I want here. Close through the VOR. You purchase over. No. 13 miles. Okay, IAH is on 2. That's what I want. Here comes 5,000. Alright, now we can mess about a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna slow down to 220. Park. Cool. Let's turn toward Houston. So what we're doing, we're gonna follow this highway and basically maybe it would have been cooler to come all the way to the VOR and just hang a right. But that had taken us, yeah. So we're gonna visually be flying the perimeter here. I guess I could just take this all the way in. Alright, Houston is flat. They're suburbs. And you know, I believe traditionally some of like the worst traffic you can have. Follow the highway west. Might have said east before actually. So the stadium should be just off to our right as we're once we get into the inner perimeter. Here's gasoline. Maybe this is why GIZZ is good for us right now. This whole album, well, no, this is Gaia, but about climate doom. I guess that's the outer perimeter. Yeah, Houston is a double perimeter highway. Horrible. I don't think I could ever live in a big, spread out city again.
Give it up for my friend Michael.
How was that, Michael Kavanagh?
That's the drummer. Alright, they're ending with flamethrower. There to get your face melted off. But I'll turn it down. Alright, let's follow the highway. Okay. And I'm pretty sure here is the stadium. Where do they play football? There is a stadium. Mark Houston. How old is it that it used to be called the Toyota Center? Yep. I think that's it. Alright, World Baseball Classic happening soon. We'll do one more flyby. Man, look how dense Houston is. We'll go down to green dot speed also. Which is pretty damn low. man, Houston's sprawling. So we come up this highway here. So yeah, there's a stadium in the middle of the screen. Oh wait, I was looking out the window. There she is. So yeah, it's in this little area here. Excuse me. I guess that's more like a 30 degrees or so. GIZZ sandwich. Some photos. So it must be old scenery. We're still at the Toyota Center. Alright, what the hell actual time is it? 4:20. Okay, just give me VOR and let me turn to IA. I'm just going to fly over the airport at this point. We'll do a little VOR navigation. Baseball later. We have now seen both baseball locations, and we're flying right at the VOR. That's at the airport. Alright, I'm gonna go down 3,000. Go ahead and pull. You can have Burke. Alright, way to go, GIZZ. Great concert.
Get home safe, everybody. That was great.
See you next time, Houston. Thanks for turning up. Love you very much.
Alright, bye, GIZZ. Alright, that was Couch Tour Houston. Good show. Glad I tuned in. Alright, here is the airport. Just so you can see there's a VOR here. So we're just kind of flying up over the VOR, and then I'm gonna essentially just kind of come 10 out, and we'll loop up with Chubb. Sweet. Chubb. 2,000. It doesn't really matter. I'll probably fly past it. 3,000. Alright, so we're good. what we want to do. Once we turn base, I mean, in some sense, this is almost kind of like how you would if you're in a little plane. A lot of airports, this is kind of how it works. Alright, let's go perf, activate approach, confirm approach. Let's go manage. So I'm going to push. Alright, here is Houston Airport, George W. Bush. Don't think they'd be thrilled about this, per se, but all good. Alright, I am going to start slowing down, so let's go flaps 1. Go. So the plan here is just, I mean, really I could like set the chrono. Just gonna go out a few miles, just so I can intercept the ILS easier when I turn back. One, two, three. Alright, let's turn right, 087. Wind will push us a little bit out, which is cool. There's Chubb. I mean, 8 knots crosswind is not totally insubstantial. So if I went track right now, I want to track 087. Well, does it adjust for wind by itself that way? Also want to go into my flight plan, click something, fix info. I don't really need this radial anymore, so get rid of it. Clean up our display a little bit. Oh yeah, so it does seem, so track, it'll hold. That's cool. Not hold, but you know what I mean. It does counteract the wind. It appears. I think. ILS slowly coming in. We're going the wrong way for that. once I'm a beam chub, um, I'm gonna just go direct chub. And arm the localizer. Yeah, okay, so that looks like it tracked pretty well. Oh, it won't go to the next place. Is it direct? There. What is it, Chubbs? So I gotta, it's no longer a direct waypoint, so I gotta see. Alright, direct Chubbs. Not yet. So does it keep redrawing this until I actually insert it? Let's see. Okay, direct 2. Right, there it goes. Alright, we're all good. Flaps 2. Keep the flight director on here. See the ILS. Cleaned up the flight plan. It was a discontinuity between Chubbs and Orwell. Oh well. Alright. Go ahead and arm the localizer. And let's arm the speed brake. Go gear down, flaps 3. Localizer should be coming in. Alright, before landing, cabin crew advised. I don't think the Toliss cares. Here's this. Here comes this. Lock star. And now I will press approach. Got 3 single. That's the other thing I need to look up. I'm not the best at when I need both autopilots on. Alright, let's go flaps full. Alright, glide slope lock. Alright, landing gear, flaps, spoilers are armed, auto brakes are set, exterior lights are all on, go around altitude was, shit, 600, alright, slip 3,000. Alright, 9 knots coming from the left.
2,500.
Alright, I am going to power myself. Alright, let's go. Flight director off, bird on, autopilot. $700 feet per minute. Runway is in sight.
2,000.
Okay. A little fast. Probably a little too much of wind. Push me more. Trusting you. Pull up a little. That should bleed off a little speed. I want to be more like 3 degrees. Oh. Thought the wind would something slightly different when I turn into it a little more. Yeah. A little low. I feel okay. I am off the correct. Little correction. Back on all this. Pull up.
1,000.
Back on my left. Yeah. The wind feels like it's having both not enough and too much effect. I'm a little low. Let me get a little bit of speed and pull up. I think the wind is going to be an
Approaching
non-factor,
2,
really.
6, right.
Alright, there we go. Down. Alright, we will just go visual here. I don't see any pappies, which kind of blows, so maybe not. Do you see them? I don't.
500.
Yeah. I'm high. I went to look for pappies and I do not see
400.
them. Watch my landing. We're good. Just high. Let's dip.
300.
Going very fast now too.
100 above.
I'm not crazy, right? No
200.
pappies.
Minimum
100.
Hush.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
5.
Okay, reversers. I think I wheelied again. Okay, nuts. Let's put the reversers in. Manual brakes. We're just gonna go to the next one.
3,000 feet remaining.
God, it always pulls so hard.
2,000 remaining.
There it is. Foxtrot Delta is our call. Alright, spoilers up. Flaps up. Oh, no. Don't crash. Oh. Well, at least we landed. Well, with that said, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. That was weak. So, XPlane crashed. Pooey. Might have been good, might have been bad. We'll never know. In the meantime, enjoy a little King Gizzard and a little Wizard. Play you out. Sorry we couldn't complete the land and have a replay. Me either, Amby. Sometimes
I just feel like just a scumbag to everyone.
I just
Probably would have been better off,
crashed the sim.
do my own thing.
You're
Yeah.
a scumbag, man.
Oh, thanks,
I do
dude.
like eating the scraps.
You like chicken.
Actually, chicken sounds like a good idea
Like chicken.
tonight. Alright, everybody.
This one's about them chickens
Thank
in
you
the
very
sky.
much. Sorry about the crash. See you next time. Which might not be for a long time.
I'd rather be amongst the clouds, elevated in the sky. Don't get too much up on the ground, elevated, that's in the sky. Liquid, cruise. My neck is bobbing like a bobblehead from a high-rise city view apartment. Rainbow, oil bottle, greasy sheet. Never been wild, never been that tame. Turn no compass, place away. I'd rather be amongst the clouds, elevated in the sky. Don't get too much up on the ground, elevated, that's in the sky. I'm so goddamn filthy. He's filthy, yeah. And I've had a resist man trying to kill me. Take my little hood off and set me free. I can join the other feather right to the ball. There's a garbage man with a scar in his heart. The money reasons got me thinking that we're not so far apart, not so far. Bill rats in the sky, not so far apart. Skyborn rats don't lie. I'm making a detour by the mother meat a little out to take a load off. The garbage man says where is everybody do? Oh, look out for that cat named Bruno.
Bread crusts are my banquet, puddles of my wine. A revel in the present, each moment a lifetime.